今回はキケ選手とミゲル選手、そしてバンダ選手のインタビューについて見ていきます。それでは行ってみましょう。キケ選手といえば大谷翔平選手主催のおもてなし晩餐会で、職人からねじり鉢巻きをつけられるなど仲間を盛り上げるチームのムードメーカーとして知られています。そんなキケ選手ですが、記者会見ではまさかのサッカー日本代表のユニフォームを着て登場。その理由を問われたキケ選手は、日本代表のトライアウトを受けて見事に受かりましたと場内を笑わしました。また日本のファンと東京ドームの印象について聞かれたキケ選手は、素晴らしい雰囲気でピッチングの時はすごい静かで、バッティングの時はパーティーのような雰囲気っていうのは僕は個人的に好きなパーティーですとまたしても記者を笑わせる場面も。さらにジャイアンツの岡本和真選手と18、19歳の時に一緒にプレーする機会があったこともあり、岡本選手と塁上でご挨拶をしたかったので岡本選手のフライをわざと落とそうかなと考えました。でも残念ながら話すことはできませんでしたと、ここでもジョークを交えたコメントしました。そしてポケモン大好きで知られるバンダ選手は米メディアドジャースネーションのインタビューに応じ、大谷翔平選手主催のおもてなし晩餐会についてコメントし、本当に美味しかったよ。実はあまり寿司は得意じゃないんだけど、これは美味しかったって認めざるを得ないねとチームでの食事会を満喫したようでした。そして話がポケモンの話題になると笑顔でポケモンとの思い出を語り始めたバンダ選手。ここからはキケ選手とミゲル選手のインタビューの様子です。
All right.
よろしくお願いします。まずキケヘルナンデス選手に聞きたいんですけども、はい、お願いします。スタメン今日、スタメンだと思うんですけれども、いつスタメン起用を言われたのか、また開幕をスタメンで戦うことについてどう思っているか教えてください。
I got told last night that I was in the starting lineup tonight. Once I signed my contract with the Dodgers and I saw that Shota was going to start tonight, I figured that I was going to be in the lineup. But once it got confirmed last night, I got pretty excited because I know it's going to be a really electric crowd and a really good atmosphere. I got to play here in 2018 in the All-Star Series, but I know this is going to be a little more extra than it was then because of the 5 Japanese players are going to be active this series. So really looking forward to these next 2 games.
Other questions in Japanese for Miguel? Yes, follow
あ
up.
とロハス選手にもお聞きしたいんですけども、スプリングトレーニングでベツ選手とショートの守備を一緒に取り組んでいる様子がありました。そのベツ選手に代わってショートでスタメン開幕を迎えることについて、どんな試合をしたいか、どんなプレーをしたいか教えてほしいです。
Yeah, it's been kind of like this for the last couple of years. When I got acquired by the Dodgers in 2023, I was supposed to be the utility guy, and I just want to be the best at my role, which is give them the security of having a shortstop first in the club that can help in any capacity to play different positions. But I'm a shortstop. I always said it. I need to prepare myself to play 162 games at short so I can be at my best. And this is what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna lock it down for the team while Mookie is resting and getting better from the illness. And hopefully we can get him back when we have the opening day in LA.
よろしくお願いします。ここまで東京ドームでエキシビションゲームを2試合やって、日本のファンの印象と、東京ドームの印象をそれぞれ教えていただきたいです。お二人に。
I love it. I think it's great how it's pitch silent while the home team is pitching, and then it's just like a party when they're hitting. That's my kind of party.
We all understand the tradition and the history in Tokyo Dome. I grew up watching some international play in Venezuela, and it's a dream kind of come through, play in this ballpark, and I'll take it all in because it's a one in a life experience, and I'm pretty proud to represent my team and my family and Venezuelan country, because I know there were a lot of Venezuelan players before me to play in this ballpark and to do amazing things like Alex Cabrera and Alex Ramirez.
お疲れ様です。産経スポーツの横山と申します。お二人にお伺いしたいんですけども、先日夕食会があったと思うんですけども、そこでどういう雰囲気でどんな会だったかっていうのと、大谷選手や山本由伸選手、佐々木朗希選手が何かチームメイトにご挨拶だったり話す機会があったのかっていうのをお伺いしたいです。
It was amazing. We really appreciate the effort that all the three of the guys and plus the members of the staff that they were there. Will was part of that, and we really appreciate of the opportunity to taste a little bit of the not just the food but the culture of Japan. And it was an amazing experience. We had a great time, and they don't have to say much. They did it with actions, which is the most important part.
The food was amazing. I think it probably was the best meal that I've had since we got to Japan. As far as them speaking, they didn't say much. Will felt like the narrator of a movie. He kept explaining every dish and everything that was going on, and it allowed us to bond as a team. Earlier, like at an early stage in the season, that if we weren't here with Sho, Roki, and Yoshi, we probably wouldn't have that opportunity to share those couple hours as teammates and start building that camaraderie. So definitely a great experience and something that's going to pay off in the long run for us.
キケ選手に伺いたいんですけど、日本代表のサッカーのユニフォーム着てると思うんですけども、どういうふうに入手したとか、名前がヘルナンデスって入ってると思うんですけど、その辺のどういうふうにゲットして気に入ってるかとかお伺いしたいです。
I tried out for the Japanese soccer team and I made the team. Just kidding. No, I'm with Adidas, and I have a relationship with the player rep in Japan. I met him through Sawamura, who I play with the Red Sox, and we've been in contact for the last couple of years, and we've met in the past, and we came here, and he wanted to give me a couple of gifts, a couple of Adidas Tokyo stuff, and this was a very nice surprise that was inside the bag.
Kike, Mike Clare, MLB.com. You got to play against a former teammate when you faced the Giants earlier this week in Kazuma Okamoto, who I believe you played with in the Puerto Rican Winter League. What was it like to play with him back then, and did you get a chance to say anything to each other this week?
It was really cool to see. I got the opportunity to see him as well in 2018, like I mentioned before in the All-Star Series. But to see him, how his career has progressed, it's been pretty cool because we played together when he was like 18, 19 years old, and you could tell he was really talented but very raw. And to see him, to be walking in day one and see him on the wall of the Giants legends, it was pretty cool to see, and consider myself pretty fortunate to cross paths with him. And then I got to say hello from afar. I only got to play 2 innings that game, and he popped out to me. I almost dropped it on purpose to see if he could get on base and I could say hi, but unfortunately we weren't able to speak.
Stephen Way with AP. Do you guys as Latin Americans see any similarity between the passion for baseball here and what you see in Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Mexico?
Yeah, it's definitely close. The way that Japanese culture and fans live baseball is it's pretty close to the atmosphere that you feel in Winnable. Definitely different because the culture itself is different. But I think when they come to the ballpark, they enjoy the game a little bit different than United States for sure. So yeah, this is the closest thing that you will find from Latin America winter ball play or the WBC. I never play on it, but I've been on the crowds, and it's pretty similar, the emotions and the way that they live the game.
Yeah, I agree with everything Miggy said. When it comes to just culture as it is, I believe that the Latin culture and the Japanese culture can't be more far apart from each other. But when it comes to the passion and the way that fans enjoy the game, like you said, it's the closest thing to it. That's kind of why I said that, you know, earlier in the question that I answered earlier, that's kind of like my counterparty, because it reminds me so much of, you know, how it is in Latin America, and especially in the WBC, which, in my opinion, I played in 4 World Series, and the WBC is up there with the World Series, if not even more special when it comes to like the energy of the crowd and things like that.
Not sure if Dave is waiting, but we'll finish up in the first row here.
Kike, you almost have to open the season twice, once here and then again in the States. How's the experience from Seoul last year helping you sort of navigate all this? And then does it ever catch up to you at any point in the season?
I don't think so. I do think that last year's experience will help a lot. Hopefully, we don't have to deal with anything off the field this time. But that week, those couple of days that we get back home are definitely tough. You know, readjusting to the clock, and then our bodies kind of take a hit just from the 2 flights, playing here, the 4 games on turf, and then just readjusting to the time zone and all those things. But I would say the only thing that's kind of weird about it is just going back home and playing 3 games that don't count after playing 2 games that count. But I believe that week that we get helps us, you know, just kind of get the much needed rest that we're going to need after these two games.
All right, Miguel, Kike, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate
Arigato
it.
gozaimasu.
Happy opening day to you guys.
Dodgers Nation favorite, the great Anthony Banda. Anthony, you pitched in the World Series. You pitched in big games. Describe the electricity, the atmosphere in here.
It's pretty close. Yeah, it's there's a lot of fans, a lot of support. Given the fact that we have the 3 biggest players probably in our generation to come out of Japan, but being here, seeing the fans, seeing the support, feeling the vibes and the electricity of it, it's pretty close.
Yeah, have you ever seen a park fill up 2 hours before game time like this?
No. You know what's crazy is, like, even in our practice, like it was filled, and I was like, oh my gosh. Expedition games, same thing. So it's pretty amazing to see, and it's pretty fun to be a part of.
Yeah, you mentioned Yoshi and Shohei and Roki. I mean, feels like Dodger mania with all you guys, just rock stars traveling. But does it feel like they just kind of blended as just some of the guys when in their clubhouse? It feels like just a great dynamic between you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the most important part of this team is how well we're together and how much team bonding we do. I think that's what pushed us to be able to become the last team standing, given the talent and everything else. But yeah, I think that's a very, very important piece to success is the team chemistry. And then, you know, with Roki and Yama coming in, it was amazing. They fit right in. They take our humor. They give it back, and it's great. It's great to be a part of. It's great to see. And I'm excited for what they're going to do this year.
Yeah, what are you expecting out of those 2 guys in this series, Yoshi and Roki?
I believe out of those guys, I believe they're gonna fight to be top pitching as far as starting pitching. For sure, all stars. You know, but all I'm wanting for them is long success, stay healthy, and continue thriving like they are.
And you guys are such a big reason why the Dodgers won the World Series last year. Great chemistry with the Dogs. You got some new additions, Kirby Yates and Tanner Scott, some new names. How's that chemistry developed so far early on this year with that bullpen?
It's been great. Kirby's great. Tanner's great. Everybody's just, yeah, they're funny. They're great to be around, given the experience and everything else like that. I'm still jealous of Tanner's throw, but overall, we have a great group. We have a great group down there. You know, a lot of experience, a lot of learning, a lot of conversations about the game. It's just great to be a part of, great to hear. And like I said, I've always said this, I'm always eager to learn and get to picking people's brains and seeing how they think and how they operate about different situations and stuff like that. But it's been great. It's been fun so far.
Is there one thing specifically you maybe taken already that you've kind of tried to implement into your game?
Yeah, actually, I don't want to spill it. Whatever. Slow dripping a splitter right now. I'm learning thought process, grips, different types of grips, how it's coming out with Kirby. We talk a lot about it, but that's one of the things that I'm trying to implement in my arsenal. But other than that, it's just having a fun time with them and getting to know them more and more. And just being able to go out there and do our job together as well.
To think that Anthony Banda could get any better than last year, just watch out MLB. But gotta ask you about Tokyo. We saw you, was at the Pokemon, like, what was that whole experience like, and just kind of what was that about? It was awesome.
Yeah, that was a dream come true. You know, going to the headquarters and seeing the CEO and meeting him, amazing person, greeted us well. And just the inside the headquarters was amazing. I felt like a little kid. I was probably more excited than my son, but no, we had a great time, and a lot of it was just, you know, understanding and seeing all the commitment that goes into it. I know it's a cartoon, I know it's, you know, part of a trading card company and all this other good stuff, but it made my childhood a lot of fun, and I'm sure it's touched a lot of different people as far as childhood, collecting, watching, having a good time with it. But just being able to see all that in the background and understanding how it flows, that was pretty awesome. That was pretty spectacular.
Best cartoon theme song ever, easily. I mean, you can't top that. Do you have a favorite Pokemon character?
Yeah, Gengar.
Gengar?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, favorite thing you've eaten in Tokyo so far?
A lot of sushi. I probably had the best ramen in my life. I'm sure there's a lot of great spots, more better than what I had, but that was awesome. But yeah, like we had a team dinner, and that was a fresh tuna that was caught, I think they said 2 days beforehand, so it's pretty fresh. That was amazing. I'm not a big sushi guy, but it was pretty good, like I gotta say.
Hey guys, I'm here at the Pokemon headquarters. I mean, this is kind of cool. I wanted to show you guys. But like, look at the different faces. I mean, like, look at this guy right here with the little ears and everything. Oh, right there, sorry. I've been a big fan since I was a little kid, so this is like a dream come true for me. Pretty excited about it.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは、日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら、高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。